Detectives in our region are sharing incredible details tonight. After a break in a more than 30-year-old cold case, they were called to investigate the day a teenager's body was discovered.
Yesterday, TBI agents revealed 17-year-old Elizabeth Lamott's body was discovered along Interstate 81 in Greene County. This happened in 1985. TBI said Lamott was last seen in New Hampshire back in 1984. A composite sketch from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children was one of the few clues investigators had.
Well, now two former Greene County Sheriff's detectives who were investigating the case the day Lamott's body was discovered spoke to News Channel 11's Jordan Moore, and they say that they continue to hope that one day a killer will be captured.
Yeah, you know, Josh, Shara, one of the first questions I thought of yesterday as this discovery came to light, were there any detectives left who worked this case back in 1985 that could take us back to the scene and describe what they say they saw off of Interstate 81 in Greene County that day? Well, today I found two retired detectives with the Greene County Sheriff's Department who were able to do just that.
We're trained not to disturb anything. And we just back off and observe.
And that's exactly what William Carter, a former detective with the Greene County Sheriff's Department, did when he was called to a scene April 14th, 1985.
The body was badly decomposed.
On the side of Interstate 81 near exit 44, the Geraldstown Road exit. From what authorities gathered, that body was a young female, someone they would come to know as Jane Doe.
There was no identification. We didn't know who she was, how she got there, where she came from, not anything.
Carter telling us more about what he remembers from that day.
When I got home, I had to get rid of my shoes and had to get my clothes off and air them out. It was a bad scene.
And as he searched for photos from that scene at his home Thursday,
they're not in here.
He came up empty. But a quick microfilm search at the library found a photo of Carter at the scene. One of the people standing next to Carter, former Greene County Deputy Sergeant Hoot Bowers.
The only choice we had was to recover the body and try to determine the cause of death. Our investigative techniques were not as great back then as they are now.
And it would be more than 30 years after Bowers and Carter worked that very scene, Lamott was reported missing. Her family submitted DNA samples that were a perfect match to Jane Doe in Greene County, now known as 17-year-old Elizabeth Lamott of Manchester, New Hampshire. Bowers reacting to that news Thursday.
I think that some family was deprived of 33 years of life with that young lady.
In the end, it's a piece of the puzzle the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says is critical to answering the next question: who killed Elizabeth Lamott?
And both Bowers and Carter agree that if this case were to have unfolded now in 2018, it would have a much better outcome because of the capabilities of DNA and lab testing, which is ultimately how authorities were able to positively identify Elizabeth Lamott.
Jordan Moore, thank you. Anyone with information about the murder of 17-year-old Elizabeth Lamott is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.